Hello and welcome to Karma Cruising. I'm Scott.
I'm Helen.
And I'm TJ.
And this is our Cocker Spaniel Flash. So, the introduction then. Who are we? So, we've said our names. I'm Scott, Helen and TJ and Flash. We are from the High Peak, from Buxton in Derbyshire. Originally from the northeast, from Hartlepool. As you can see, we are not in our 24-foot GRP Cruiser. We are in our 7.5 metre long motorhome. Reason being is due to COVID, our purchase and transportation of the boat has been delayed. We'll get to that in a little while. But yeah, we've been, as you can see, motorhoming for the last 3 years. Prior to that, we were with a caravan. So we're used to the environment of touring, so we're used to using the Elson, chemical toilets, consuming water, working with batteries for your electric. So, that's a big plus for us when we're going into the GRP Cruiser that we've bought, which is an Atlanta 24. So it's 24-foot GRP Cruiser, which has got a beam of 6'10", which means we can go on pretty much all of the canals in the UK as well, so that's a bonus. The reason we went for a GRP style cruiser rather than a narrow boat is quite simply it's what we wanted. We've done a couple of holidays on the boats, haven't we? Yep. We took a couple of cruises on the Broads a few years back, and more recently we had a lovely holiday on the River Shannon in Ireland, and yet again that was in a cruiser, and that's where we have sort of went to. Not saying that there's anything wrong with narrowboats, so I'm not saying we never will have a narrowboat, but for us starting out on the water, we have decided to go with a GRP, and it's called Karma. Hence why we've called our blog and our pages and everything on social media Karma Cruising. So, what's happening? Where are we up to with it? Well, we bought the boat in principle. Due to COVID and the current lockdown restrictions, we haven't been able to actually go and visit the boat. We have only seen it virtually. We're buying it from a private seller rather than from a brokerage. There's pros and cons into buying it from a brokerage or buying it from private. I would advise anybody who's thinking about purchasing a boat, whether it be a GRP or a canal cruiser, to actually go and get a survey done on the boat. Just put your mind at rest. And also, a lot of boats that are over 30-year-olds, ours is 1991, a lot of boats that are over 30-year-old, the insurance companies will ask every 3 years for it to have a survey on it as well. But obviously that is your choice, it's just a recommendation from us. So, the dream then. So, I've always been interested in boats. Have you always been interested in boats, Helen?
No.
No. So how it came about was we've obviously done the caravan and the motorhoming. I've been brought up in this lifestyle since I was born, basically. Caravan and rallying with my parents, in the caravan days, going back to the days before, electric assisted water pumps and things. You used to pump it with your foot to get the water out the taps. When we used to dig a hole in a field to empty the toilet, that's how long I've been doing it. But obviously when I met Helen, when did we meet?
2016.
2016, so we've only been together.
Sorry, 2016.
So we've only been together. How old are you, TJ?
I'm 9. And
Yeah, how
I was
does
born in
that work, Helen?
Sorry, 2006.
I think Helen is a little bit nervous. We've never done anything like this before. We've never done a vlog for anything like this, so I think it's just going to take you a little while to get used to it.
Sorry,
but
2006.
2006 we got together, and we bought our first caravan in 2008, and that was the first really time you'd ever done it. You'd done a bit camping, had you, in the past?
Yeah, camping, yeah.
But yeah, so obviously we went out to buy a caravan because I knew I'd like it, and whether I was going to make you like it whether you like it or not. But luckily, you've took to the lifestyle.
Yeah.
We've been all over. We've been abroad in our caravans. We've been to Scotland, Wales, everywhere in the motorhome as well. So, but getting away from the motorhome, because this is where we're up to. We've done everything that we want to do with the touring. We're not going to sell our motorhome, but we just wanted a different chapter going forward. And with my love of boats, I've convinced you again that it's what we should be doing. Especially with everything that's going on in the world right now with COVID and things. It's, you know, holidaying abroad, it's not something we like to do because we have the dog anyway. So holiday in the UK, yeah, and we've got the facility here, but the boat will just be something extra, and it'll be new adventures. So in preparation for it all, we never owned a boat, never been on the canal, and that's quite daunting. I'm quite a confident person, but the thought of the locks was, and all I can say is I've walked the locks. We've walked miles over the last few months, haven't we?
Yeah.
Around where we live, you know, for our exercises. So we've took to going on the canals. We've had a look at the locks, and I can't tell you how many hours of videos on YouTube that we have watched. I'm going to give a couple of shout outs on this vlog actually to the Narrowboat Experience, also Cutting the Cruise, Foxes Afloat. They're the three that we've watched hours of your footage, and well done, and thank you for what you've done there, because that is giving us so much help and insight. So I would recommend anybody watching our video here, you know, to have a look at the Narrowboat Experience, Foxes Afloat and Cutting the Cruise, because they've got some really good info when it comes to narrowboating. The reason we've decided to do this sort of vlog is what we have found is the lack of people who have done this sort of thing for GRP. So we had a discussion about it, and we decided, well, seeing as we're at the start of the journey, is it worth us doing a vlog for people who are thinking about it, so that they might get some tips and advice from us. Also, you might, you know, see something that we're doing wrong, or give us some advice, and then you can comment or get in touch via our social media pages. You know, just search for Karma Cruising, and we're on all of them. What we on?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yeah, so you know, you can get all the details on there, and we are brand new to it, so I'll be we think we could put links on and things. So for the Narrowboat Experiences, Foxes Afloat, and obviously Cutting the Cruise, or Cruising the Cut, isn't it?
Is it Cruising the Cut? Cruising the Cut.
I can't remember what I said before. If I got it wrong, I got it wrong. I will try and put the link on, but it is Cruising the Cut. That is it.
Because it's the cut, the canal's the cut. Yeah.
So apologies if I said it wrong earlier, but that's where we're up to. So yeah, we've decided to do this in the GRP. So the plan of action going forward is, because of the current lockdown restrictions, we can't get to where our boat is to view it and give the final payment and sort out the transportation, because it's down on the River Thames, and I needed to bring it up to the Peak Forest Canal where we are. So we have arranged that on the 11th of April we can go and view it. The marina will let us in to view the boat and do the final deal. Obviously on the 12th, then obviously the restrictions are starting to be eased, so we'll be able to get the transportation done. So yeah, we'll take the camcorder down with us, and we will film everything that we do, and we'll give you a tour around the boat, and you'll just follow the experience as we are. One thing I will say is preparation is a big key to this. I've done a lot of research. There was a lot of terminologies, a lot of wording that I just didn't understand or didn't know the meaning or what it meant. So when it was buying a boat, it was, oh, we just buy a boat. But no, restriction on height and width, or beam as it's called, is things you've got to take into consideration depending on which waterway you're going to be on. So we've bought a couple of guides, which is the Nicholson's, the Collins canal and river guides. We haven't got them with us because we've just decided to do this in our motorhome, because the motorhome needed checking because it's been sat here since, when did we last use it?
End of October.
End of October. So we thought we'd better just come and check everything's okay in it. We're lucky, we have an undercover storage where we keep it, and we have power, so the batteries are being topped up, but we were just checking that the winter hasn't done anything. So this was a bit off the cuff sort of thing. I just said, right, we'll take the camera. So next time we do a video, we'll show you them guides that we've got. But until then, from all of us, we'll see you soon, and stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.